killed 2 people today. One more makes 0 difference. Don't scream.
To neighbors in the immediate vicinity of Green Valley to be on high alert and on the lookout for escaped inmate Paula Mariah Roback, who is unstable, violent, and extremely dangerous. Sheriff Prosky begged the public not to try and take matters into their own hands, but rather call the office immediately so they can apprehend the suspect without further bloodshed. Paula Mariah Roback has a long and terrifying history of violence, harkening back to her early teens.
You call me that, I'll hurt you. Understand? My mother was a tone-deaf hoe bag with no taste. Couldn't decide who she liked better, Paula Abdul or Mariah Carey. So I was stuck with a shit childhood and learned to mop the floor with lippy bitches before I learned to read. Came up with my own brand of super karate. My whole life I've been fighting, so that's what my identity's based on. That's what the nice lady shrink keeps reminding me.
What's your name?
Leslie.
You gonna scream again? You lying?
Well.
What?
What's your name?
Heidi.
That's your Christian name?
No.
What'd your parents call you?
Yvonne.
What I mean, right there. Yvonne sounds like a brand of tampon. School was no walk in the park for you, I bet. I borrowed your dress. It smells really good. You have a gun? What am I asking? Of course you don't. If you had a gun, you never would have faced an intruder with an umbrella. How is that supposed to work? You're gonna stick the umbrella up the guy's ass and press the button, hoping it opened and paralyzed him?
I wasn't thinking.
No kidding. Little home protection goes a long way.
You can't keep me tied up like this. People will come looking for me.
What people?
People. Just because you're alone in the world doesn't mean I don't have any friends.
You don't have to be a dick about it.
My arms are numb. I can't feel my wrists. I have no blood circulation.
I get sad when it rains.
Having a rough life is no excuse to go around terrorizing people.
What do you know about rough?
There's a lot you don't know about me.
Like what? One thing. Were you raised dirt poor on a farm?
What if I was?
So was I. Did your mother die in a gruesome tractor accident with your dad behind the wheel because they were both drunk? Did your one-armed uncle smuggle cigarettes and moonshine on a speedboat?
There was a speedboat on a farm?
The farm was next to a lake. It's like they say, truth is stranger than fiction.
Come on, don't give me that. Of course truth is stranger than fiction. Fiction has to make sense.
I'm not here for your entertainment. Stay focused. I am so sorry that took longer than I meant. Oh my God. Are you all right? I am so sorry. I know what it feels like to be left betrayed, abandoned, and humiliated. When I was 12, I was abducted by a white supremacist biker gang of Satan worshippers. The nice lady shrink says all my trauma stemmed from that moment. The fabric of my reality was torn or something. They meant to use me in a blood sacrifice ritual and tied me up to this makeshift altar and lit this big bonfire where they intended to cook me. I remember trembling, my whole body just vibrating, almost levitating. And I suppose I went into a trance. My mind went blank and focused on one simple thought: complete and total annihilation. This staggering feat of daring do, one shell-shocked 12-year-old versus 5 twisted and depraved white supremacist Satan worshippers, was reported on the news by this nasty blonde bitch who never quit smiling as she described the way that I massacred, with my bare little hands, those evil bikers. Which is why I can't stand the news. Or Nazis. Or heavy metal bands. Or motorcycles. Which is why I broke your TV. I'm sorry for that. I gotta say, most women don't look great in that, but you do. Seriously. Plus, you have amazing boobs. Come on. You never wanted to be someone's love slave? All women like a little rough trade from time to time. We're all getting a little testy. Oh, boy, I am sweating like a nun in a cucumber field. You want to play 20 questions with me? Who's that?
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
The mailman?
Why is he knocking on your door?
He must need something signed.